The problem is that, and you find this now, it's like a hot topic of what happened to all the black execs in the industry. You know, what the problem is that there's this tutelage that never happened, was transferred down from these execs that were, quote unquote, you know, controlling these record departments, which actually, you know, it's a lot of fictitious shit going on. They understood the business because a lot of them came from promotions, and, you know, they understood how to go where the record played. They understood marketing, promotion, publicity, but they didn't control the dollars. So at the end of the day, once the dollars shifted it shifted because the music business became popular. Whereas, like, you know, if you look in the 70s, once it was like, you know, kind of like house or whatever, when it became popular, all of a sudden it's disco
dance.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden it's disco music or whatever, until that became unpopular. When hip hop became popular, started to become popular, it was white entrepreneurs who had the relationships at record companies, and they were able to convince the record companies to give them money. So that's why if you look at the first record artists that came out, like Run DMC and those type of groups, they were signing like Profile and Tommy Boy, because these were white guys who had the relationship with the record companies that they would give them the money. Then the record companies, the bigger companies that were financing them, said, you know what, we'll snatch you up and do deals with you. But now all of a sudden it becomes this Clive Davis model where we're going to basically, you know, let's give the money and the positions to the talent. So now you got the producers running record companies, which is great because you got some producers who actually can, you know, put a sentence together and get some things done. But if you don't know everybody, I know what my place. I know at the end of the day, I can't produce a record to save my life, but I understand the law. I understand P&L. If you can't do that, how could you run a record company?
Right.
So what they did is they separated the business from the creative. And then when that falls apart, then they bring in their guys. So now you go sit up at these record companies, and it's all white boys sitting in there. Now they've decided that they understand creatively our music. So now you sitting there with a young kid dipping and dabbing and doing whatever he does to our music, telling me what's hot. And I can't even accept that. Because you wasn't there. You're not a part of what we do. What you're doing is you listening to research and you going online and saying, oh, such and such is hot in Dallas.
Best practices.
Yeah,
Culture vultures.